we are figuring out what is going on with Taren's heel. I'll go like that. How nice is that foot, by the way, huh? Morning, Trainiacs. It is a Zwift bike trainer day, as you can see. Now, something that I saw Lionel Sanders do in his training day that he posted during the summer leading into Kona actually makes a ton of sense that I'm gonna start incorporating into my training, and you should all incorporate into yours. And that aspect of his training is that he realized that he was doing all of his trainer work at like the ideal cadence for racing. So somewhere in between 85 and 100, and that was about the band of where he would train at. But then he would realize, like, hey, I go into a race, and as soon as I hit a hill, my cadence goes down, even just for a few seconds, to like 60, 65, 70. Or when I downshift, all of a sudden my cadence goes up to 100, 105, 110 on a downhill, stuff like that. So he was like, you know what? All of a sudden I'm getting beat up, even just at the same average wattages in a race, more than he would expect. So what he started doing was incorporating time on the trainer at higher than ideal cadences and lower than ideal cadences so that he could build the foundation, the depth, the range of what his body was able to do comfortably. So here on Zwift, we're gonna do that. It's the off season. Why not? Let's do it. How that worked was a little bit of a spin to warm up for 10 minutes, then hit the body hard with some heavy power sprints for, I think I did them for 15 seconds, take a little bit of a rest for 3 minutes, and then get into the over-under cadence work. And with the overs, as in like over gear, as in biking in a gear that's too hard for you, looking to keep that cadence around 60 to 70. Don't really worry about the watts or the power or how hard it feels. Just keep that cadence right. And naturally, it's probably going to be over your race pace because like lower cadence results in higher power typically. So my race target power is about 206, 208, and I was holding power of around 260 during that over gear work. For the under gear work, looking at trying to get it around 110, which is way over what you'd be doing. And you're gonna have to work at it because you're gonna have to pull up really fast, actually just as fast as you're pushing down. And then that power is probably gonna be under your race power. So I was at like 175. But the purpose isn't to get the right power, it's to get your legs used to going at that speed and then going back down to your normal cadence of like 85 to 95. Oh, fun fact for indoor training or just general good tunage. Cliff Bar has playlists that all of their athletes have put together. So I just listened to a playlist from Lindsay Corbin that she used for Kona. It was good. Good job, Lindsay. We got balls, night splints, and wobble boards. And we are figuring out what is going on with Taren's heel. Now, originally, when my heel pain started happening, I wasn't exactly sure what it was. It was like, first, plantar fascia. Yeah, I can deal with this. I dealt with it before. Walk a little bit on the sides of my feet, walk on my tiptoes, stretch out my calf a little bit. No, didn't seem to work. Ice then all of a sudden seemed to work. But what I started finding is that like I would ice my ankle and my Achilles and my foot and everything, and it would feel better basically as long as it was frozen, but it wasn't getting better long term. I wasn't seeing any long-term improvement. It was like, I don't know, basically just numbing the pain. Over the last couple weeks, I've taken off a lot of running. Every little bit that I have run hasn't gone very well. Still have some heel pain. Nothing seems to be getting better. So I'm ready to try anything. Even ready to try a boot as good looking as this to sleep in. and I'm a bear to sleep around. Like, you put this on my foot, I am not happy with how well my sleep is going. However, I try this out, and you know how do we do this? When I lie down to go to sleep, I lie on my side, and my foot goes like this. It just lies on the bed and points, and what happens is this Achilles and the back of my leg, my calf, ends up tightening up. I didn't think it was quite an issue. I didn't think that it was plantar fascia because when I wake up, it didn't hurt a lot. But I get this on the recommendation of Brett from Zen Triathlon. Go check out his podcast, good guy. And I finally worked up the nerve and stopped being a sissy and slept in this for a night. Woke up, felt good. No pain, no heel pain whatsoever. So all of a sudden, I'm pointed in the direction of making sure that my calf has a fair bit of stretching. So the next day, this was 3 days ago, a few times throughout the day, I would stretch out my calf in 2 different ways. And I would go like that. How nice is that foot, by the way, huh? It's a good foot. I was voted best feet in grade 9. You got good feet you're looking at here. Stretch it out like that, just bending down. And then I would do like the standard foot and behind, press up against a wall. And then I would take this spiky ball and just jam it right in there and beat the tar out of my calves. And after doing that, once my muscles are all loosened up, ideally they're kind of relaxed, not tense anymore. And then I would go and try to strengthen the foundation of my foot. Last couple days, as long as I'm stretching, I feel good. I feel really good. Oh, and I've switched up ice for heat. I think I got something here, folks. I think I got something. So, moral of the story is, I'm not entirely sure, but try some things. Before you go see a physiotherapist or an acupuncturist or a chiropractor, you got to understand a little bit about your body so that you don't just say like, it hurts here, because could be 13 different reasons why it hurts there. In my case, had I gone in and said, I don't think it's plantar fascia, I don't think it's plantar fascia, and no, my calves are nice and loose, I would have been wrong, and I would have pointed them in a direction that wasn't actually the case. So, pay attention to your body. Slippers back on to cover up these gorgeous tootsies. You know who's here? Hey Mel! Huh? Come on in here, say hi. You haven't said hi in a while. Oh, my old legs.
My old legs.
Who's excited for new Triathlon Taren headquarters?
Me. I'm gonna miss my couch.
You're gonna miss your couch and your cats.
And my cat.
Mm-hmm.
Can I bring my cat?
No, I don't deal well with.
Can I bring my cat?
No, cats don't like me. I don't like cats.
Peter says I can.
Pete's excited. All right, that is all. Now you have footage. Look at what you do to him.
Nothing.